All right, what is up, my guys? We're back on here once again, and girls. About to recap yesterday. Went 5-1 yesterday. Told y'all, man. Fuck the haters, man. They can say whatever they want to about me. They can do whatever they want to. They can try whatever they want to try. Ain't nothing stopping me or slowing me down, or even getting me down. As a matter of fact, give me one sec, guys. I'm about to tweet this link out. Get some people in here. Yeah, guys. I honestly like doing YouTube a little bit better than TikTok because I can actually just like come on here and talk about whatever I want to, and this video can be played back rather than when you go live on TikTok, man, people just want to ask their questions. People are very rude. Yeah, it's crazy, honestly, how much different it is going live on here on TikTok. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Share this thing real quick. I turn my volume off. Can't have playback on both. Give me one sec. Oh, there we go. Share. Copy link. All right, I'm about to put this on Twitter. And then we're good to go, guys. Give me one second here. We're going to get everything. I'm figuring out graphics and stuff the next few days. I spent most of my time yesterday figuring out the thumbnail part of things. So, yeah, we're going to keep moving from there. Um, all right, perfect, guys. We are now officially live. Let's do this thing. So, but do this the old-fashioned way, and by the old-fashioned way, I mean flashing my phone up here since I don't have the ability to put graphics up here just yet. I need to figure out how to do all that stuff later. But currently, guys, look, first thing I want to say is I post all my plays every single day over on my SoBet. All you have to do is go to SoBet.io and type in code TP3 in order to join, or you can go to my Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok, all at TP3 Bets. Just click that link in my bio. It'll take you straight to SoBet.io. It even puts TP3 in for you, and you can sign up for an account. It's $9.95 a month, 30 cents a day to get every single one of my picks and plays. Look what we did on there yesterday, though, guys. I had to air some shit out on there too, but look at that. Pacers first half cash for us. Pacers in the full game on the over cash as well. Giants money line. We'll talk about all these things just in a second. Royals money line winners. Guardians money line winner. The Padres and the Yankees over was my one loss yesterday. First, I won't bore y'all with talking about MLB just yet. We'll start things out first. Hey, glad to have you back in here, Christian, and glad we got a couple people in here. Guys, like the video if y'all can as well. It helps with the engagement, bumping me up the algorithm and whatnot. But anyway, guys, first thing I want to say about that game last night is I can't believe the Pacers let them off the hook. Like, looking back at that game yesterday, I really wanted to just take the Pacers on the spread max play. I wanted to take the team total, one of those. I mean, we ended up taking the first half and the over, like I said. But like when I looked at that game yesterday, the Pacers have to play with pace. They have one of the best offenses in the NBA, and they were really pushing it up and down the court. I can't believe that they folded. Honestly, Boston's defense was insane in that fourth quarter. Also, shout out to TJ McConnell. Like, that's a dog, man. Nimhard was balling out last night. I mean, that was a great game. Boston got it done, though. I mean, Boston should have been able to win that game regardless, but Indiana really impressed me with them being able to get margin and whatnot. And this team's going to be solid. They do feel like that overachiever, though, that's gone farther than they should have. But Indiana played with a backbone last night. That's what you like to see. I told y'all, man, that was the classic Boston no-show game. But anyway, let's keep the train rolling here. Let's recap a little MLB here real fast, and then we're going to talk about tonight's game first in the NBA. So guys, the Giants did it again yesterday. The Giants, it was the ninth inning, and they were down to there was one out, and Wade comes up with a runner on second and gets a base hit or gets tagged out going to second, which doesn't even matter. But sends the game to extra innings. Then in extra innings, the Giants drove in 2 runs, and they had basically Tyro Estrada would have hit into a double play, and Lindor couldn't come out. It was a horrible throw, though, by Alonso. Alonso threw the ball over his head, and the Giants ended up scoring 5 runs in the inning, and they ended up winning 7-2. So what a freaking game that was. Also, I mean, I went 2-0 yesterday in extra innings. So I'm definitely got a little lucky, but you know what they say. It's better to be lucky than good, and it takes a little luck to win in this industry. Anyway, though, let's talk about today's games. First, I do want to talk – actually, no, we'll talk about NBA game first tonight. So I'm going to take Minnesota in the first half again tonight, guys. I like these first half plays a lot. I like playing on teams early in these games and then letting them fold later on in the game. I could see Minnesota folding later in this game, though, to be honest with y'all. I could definitely see it happening. Hold up. I'm trying to pull this number up for everybody. Let's see here. All right, it won't let me pull it up on here. But anyway, I think Minnesota will definitely probably fold as this game goes on. I actually forgot about this and thought about it a little bit more this morning when I was capping this game. Minnesota at one point in time was folding in the fourth quarters and blowing a ton of fourth quarter leads. They had one of the worst fourth quarter offenses in the NBA for a minute. And I think that really came back to bite them in the last game. They got stagnant on offense. I mean, Anthony Edwards ahead of schedule. You can't really come on here and talk shit about him underperforming in these games. I mean, getting past Denver alone was insane. But I think Dallas truly is a bad matchup for him. But so, guys, when I look at this game, we got to take them early here. Minnesota, whatever adjustments they have, they got to throw the kitchen sink at Dallas here. And they won the first half in the last two games as well. So they can easily win this first half. And if you look as well, teams favored in the previous game by 4.5 or more, but lost outright are 9-3 ATS in the first half since 2016. This is in the NBA playoffs only. So it hasn't happened too many times. Minnesota's in this spot. Also, too, historically, these teams are 67, 42, and 3 against the spread in the first half. I already loved this play when I woke up this morning. I mean, anytime you're down 0-2, I automatically am going to take you in the first half. And the fact that trend on it makes me like it even more. I mean, Minnesota's got to come out here and go as hard as they can in the first half here to try to win this game. So I think that's the look here, guys. Minnesota early in this game. Second half, and honestly, too, I don't want to go up against Kyrie and Luka late in this game. Kyrie and Luka are great finishers. I mean, these guys are substantially better players. They can get to the rack, score a lot of points here. So I don't want to be with Minnesota for the full game, but I'll take them here in the first half. I might look at Dallas live depending on how this first half goes. I could see Minnesota, though, winning this game, though, to be honest with y'all. This is the throw the kitchen sink at them game. Minnesota's got to do something here to try to win this game. So Minnesota's definitely the play in this one. We'll take them in the first half. Prop-wise, I think Karl-Anthony Towns should bounce back in this game. I know he got benched in the fourth quarter last game, but Cat's got to come out here and play a better game. He has kind of played better than Anthony Edwards in this series. I think him or Anthony Edwards is going to have a big night tonight. I can't determine which one, so I'm going to stay away from it. I can tell y'all one thing. Naz Reid's not going 6 for 8 from 3 or whatever he did last game. I think he missed that buzzer beater. It might have been 6 for 9 from 3. That was insane. You had the Jaden McDaniels variance game. You're 0 for 2 here. So Minnesota is going to have somebody it's got to be one of the big guys for Minnesota. They got to come in here and play the game of their life here to get Minnesota over the hump. I'm going to take them first half, though. We won't worry about the rest of the game. Let me know, guys, in the chat if y'all have any angles in this game you want to hear me talk about. But let's run down the MLB slate now. Let's talk about some baseball on here, and then we'll get out of here after we do that. So, guys, I do have 4 best bets today in the MLB over on my SoBet. Like I said, all you have to do is click that link in my bio on my Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok, or you can just go to SoBet.io now and register. Use my code TP3. But I'm going to give you all a free play in baseball and talk about all the games in baseball in general. So, we do have the Braves and the Pirates. Oh, also, too, that prize picks yesterday. Let me see how we did on that. I completely forgot about that shit. What did I say yesterday? I said I don't understand how Ronaldo Lopez outs was 14.5 yesterday. Vegas knew something. I guess Vegas knew that game was going into a rain delay. So let's see here. Past entries. Damn, so Tatum got there. Lopez missed by 1.5 outs because the game went to rain delay, and Siakam only ended up with 25 points and rebounds. It is what it is. That was a no bankroll play. That was just for fun. Today, though, in the MLB, Chris Sale has been pumping gas. Martin Perez is awful. Martin Perez is one of my favorite fades in all of MLB the last couple of years. I mean, the Braves are minus 240 here for a reason. There's really no value on them. With that being said, guys, the Braves are in a funk right now. They're playing awful baseball. The Braves are currently 7th in runs. Oh, no, that's strikeouts. Just kidding. Batting average, the Braves are currently at what I thought, 21st in batting average. Run-wise, they're probably about the same. 17th in runs in the last 8 days. The Braves are struggling right now, guys. There's no way I could back them here, but at minus 1.5 is the only way I could look in this game. I mean, the Braves should. Martin Perez is the kind of pitcher you want to see when you're struggling as an offense, and Chris Sale is on fire right now. I believe he has, may have been going into his last start, but he had 30-something strikeouts and 30 innings pitched. It was insane. We do have a game starting here soon, 11:35 a.m. We got the Blue Jays and the Tigers taking on each other here. Yasei Kikuchi versus Casey Mize. Dude, Kikuchi is a beast. Casey Mize pretty good too. He was the number 1 overall pick, huge prospect, tore his arm up. He's got good stuff though. I was actually pretty close to playing this game. This one did qualify, but I ended up not playing it. I don't love the Blue Jays matchup against Mize as much as I like the other matchups in the other games I played. Kikuchi is a 2.67 ERA in his last 30 days. Basically, he's pretty consistent. He hangs around in that zone. He really hasn't had one bad start all season long. The Tigers are bottom 10 in the league actually against left-handed pitchers, and also too on top of those factors here, the Tigers are bad against lefties, and the Tigers actually don't have Kerry Carpenter or Riley Green in the lineup today, who, in my opinion, are their two best hitters. Green probably leads the team in stats, not batting average, but home runs. He hits with a lot of power, slugging. He's really good at stuff like that. So honestly, I think that the Blue Jays should be able to handle business. Didn't love laying minus 134. The Blue Jays right now, current batting form. Detroit is currently sitting. Detroit's got to be way down here. Toronto's ninth in batting average. Where are we at on here, Detroit? It's 18th for Detroit. Yeah, the only way I could look in this game, Toronto. Honestly, I think Toronto's probably a pretty good play. I'm not going to take them here, but I think Toronto will win this game. I'm going to watch it, though. They're about to start this thing up here soon. The Dodgers and the Reds. I don't know what Yamamoto's K prop is at in this game, but that's got to be the look here. Did the Dodgers win this game yesterday? I honestly didn't pay attention to it. The Dodgers are too heavily favored. To be honest with y'all, I don't really bet on many Dodgers games. I can sit here and explain it to y'all, but I want to run through I'll explain it at the end of the video why I don't really bet on any Dodgers game. It's a weird theory, but yeah, they lost 3-1 again yesterday. I know a lot of people probably like the Dodgers to avoid the sweep here. I would just back Yamamoto on his K prop. And Cincinnati strikes out a ton. They're also not hitting worth a lick. They're 28th in batting average the last 8 days. I mean, the Dodgers should win this game, but this is just not the kind of game that I bet. Brewers and Red Sox. Told y'all yesterday that it felt like the Red Sox should get it done, but the Brewers just keep on winning, man. I don't bet against the Brewers often. The Brewers are actually are they still number one? So in daytime batting average, the Brewers dropped to second, but they have scored the most runs in the MLB, and I believe they have the best record in the entire MLB during the daytime. For whatever reason, the Brewers play their best ball in the daytime. Tanner Houck, though, has been a total stud this season. I understand why he's favored here at home, as he should be for Boston in this game. With all that being said, though, this game not really the kind of game I touch. I'm going to lean the Brewers, though, again, as the underdog to pull off the sweep here. Although Houck is a lot better than Myers, and the Red Sox aren't like doing horribly at the plate right now. Both teams are in similar batting form in the last 8 games, so I'll lean the Brew Crew, but there's just not enough for me to play something in this game. I'm going to leave this. I'll leave this one out. Let's keep on rolling, though. We got the Mariners and the Nationals. The Mariners trying to avoid the sweep. Look, I don't really bet favorites over minus 130. I'll occasionally bet one that's in like that minus 130, 140 range. That being said, I mean, the Mariners should win this game. It's Patrick Corbin versus Brian Wu. Brian Wu is a freaking beast. The Yankees could barely even touch him, and the Yankees were on fire. I think the Yankees lost that. Wu was pumping gas, and this guy started out the season injured, so he's still a little underrated, a little undervalued. I mean, the Mariners got to win this game today. I don't like saying, oh, a team's going to win just because they're going to avoid a sweep here, but I don't see how the Mariners would lose this game today. Like, I don't see it happening. Brian Wu is a stud. He's going to be pumping gas in this game. Patrick Corbin's going to get rocked. Yeah, Mariners should definitely win that one. Royals and Rays game. I do have a play in this game. Not a huge fan of Taj Bradley. Michael Wacha, on the flip side of things, not been great, but you know what? I'm just going to drop play for free. I don't even care. We'll take the Royals on the money line in this game, though, as an underdog. Them being underdogs here is ridiculous. Kansas City's hitting 328 in the last 8 days. That's number 1 in baseball. They've scored the second most runs. Only the Giants have scored more, as the Royals are sitting here at 54 runs in the last 8 days. On top of all those factors, guys, look at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is at the bottom of the barrel here. They scored 19 runs in their last 8 games. That's third worst in baseball, and they're hitting a buck 94, which is the 4th worst. Tampa Bay being favored here is ridiculous. It doesn't matter how good or bad Michael Wacha is. Michael Wacha, I thought, was going to be better than he's been this season, but if you can't hit, you can't win the game, and they're not going to be able to hit the baseball in this game. The Royals on the money line is my play in this game. I love the Royals today. Giants and Mets, I do have a play on the total in this game. Money line wise, it's tough, man, because Logan Webb's one of the best pitchers in baseball. But honestly, I mean, even though the Giants are the hottest lineup in the MLB, I would look towards the Mets, honestly, to win this game. Logan Webb is a 5.34 away ERA. He did have a decent start against Pittsburgh last time out, but he still had runners on base in every single inning and had to pitch through jams. Pittsburgh strikes out a ton, and he has high strikeout numbers. He let 7 base runners on in 6 innings. It's not great. I think the Mets should win this game today, although I love the total in this game. The total in this game is probably my favorite play of the entire day. Let's do it, Murky. Glad to have you in here, man. Guys, drop any questions or anything y'all got for me in the chat. I'm trying to get this chat up. I'm trying to build this page. Share it. Like the video, please, as well. It helps for my engagement, whatnot. Orioles and White Sox. We got Kyle Bradish versus Crochet. So the Orioles should win this game. The Orioles rake left-handed pitching. Kyle Bradish is honestly borderline him. They rake lefties and they rake during the daytime. I don't see how the Orioles don't win this game, to be honest with y'all. It's not the type of game I bet with a -160 here, but the Orioles pulling off the 4-game sweep here feels like the only way this game's going to play out, and it's a much-needed 4-game sweep. They were slumping a little bit. Also, too, something else I forgot to mention. The Royals are on an 8-game win streak right now, so they're going for 9 today. There's another team, too, the Cleveland Guardians, who are also on an 8-game win streak. Rangers and Twins game here, though. Pablo Lopez versus undecided. This game's probably going to be an underplay. I don't remember what the total was in yesterday's game, but Rangers are 29th in batting average. The Twins are actually trending up. They're back up here at 16th. This is going to be like a home run variance game. The Rangers are completely broke right now. I appreciate you, Murky. I really appreciate that, man. The Rangers are broken right now. I don't know what's wrong with them, to be honest with y'all. I mean, they were the wagon last year. Those of y'all who bet with me last year, y'all remember we used to bet Rangers either over the Rangers like every single game last season. It didn't matter, but they have not been able to hit worth a damn this season. I think the Twins will probably win this game, and I think the under will probably hit, although Pablo Lopez is very overrated. I mean, the guy has almost a 5 ERA. Fading him has been awesome, but I don't even know who the Rangers will send to the IL. That's the other problem, too. All the Rangers pitchers are on the IL, so they're going to get a whole stable back. Phillies and Rockies. I believe the Phillies got right yesterday with a big win. Ranger Suarez right now is putting up Cy Young numbers versus Cal Quantrill, who hasn't been pitching that bad either. I'm interested. Let's see. Is there any weather in this game? What's the total looking like? Wow, there's 10-mile-per-hour wind blowing in the Rangers Twins. That means total is not looking bad here. Yeah, there's wind blowing in this game. I think this game will go under the total. It's like 17-mile-per-hour wind blowing in this game. Phillies offense slacked off a little bit. So did the Rockies came back down to earth. They had that little hot stretch where we tailed them a couple times, and then now they cooled off. But, I mean, Ranger Suarez, Cal Quantrill, these are two of the – Cal Quantrill's been good. He's been good, and he had some decent seasons, too, when he was in Cleveland. I mean, he was a touted prospect when he was in San Diego. They put him in that trade for Clevenger, I believe. I think it was for Clevenger they put him in the trade for. But, yeah, he's not doing too bad this season. I think this game goes under the total. Guardians and Angels, I do have a play in this game on the money line. Let's see. Yeah, so I only dropped one free play. Yeah, well, let's go with another free play. We're going to go with both the 8-win teams for free plays today. Eight wins in a row teams. Guardians will make it 9 today. So at first I was like, I'm going to lay off this game because it seems like a home run variance game. Both these teams are hitting the long ball a lot. Right now, the #1 team in baseball in the last 8 games hitting home runs is the New York Yankees. And the second team is the Angels. Third, Mets. Fourth, Phillies. Fifth is the Guardians. So, but I mean, the Guardians have hit 11. Those other teams have hit 12 and 13. The Yankees have hit 18. The Guardians are 14th in batting average. The Guardians are scoring a lot of runs. So the Guardians are currently 3rd in runs in the last 8 games just because they hit the long ball. So they don't hit for average as much, but they're good at walking, stealing bases, doing all that stuff. Yeah, Fliff's solid for sure. I think the Guardians in this game will definitely score some runs here, and they should be able to win this game. So the Guardians are a top 10 offense in the MLB against left-handed pitching. Reed Detmers has been garbage. He was leading the MLB in ERA. Since then, he has a 10 ERA in his last 5 starts. In his last 2 starts, he's a 10 ERA. In his last start, he had a 10 ERA. Detmers is going to get massacred today. Ben Lively's been really good. I think he went over to the KBO, and then he came back. He's had great stuff, though, since he came back. He's a 2.84 ERA. Back to Guardians in this game. Guardians are favored here for all the right reasons. We'll take them. Astros and Athletics. This is another one that qualified that I didn't end up playing. We got Ranello Blanco versus Brooks. So Blanco just got back from suspension. He got suspended for sticky stuff on his fingers. I, for some reason, tried to fade Ranello Blanco, whether I took the over or went against him way too many times, and I learned my lesson the hard way. This guy is a stud. Maybe he was cheating, though, using sticky stuff. We'll find out today. I would rather sit back and watch, but both these lineups are hot, actually. Oakland's 8th in batting average last 8 games. Houston's 7th. Houston's the #1 daytime batting team in the MLB as well. Runs-wise, these teams are number 11 and 12. I would think the over hits in this game. Just not a play I'm taking out of respect for Ranello Blanco. I would rather sit back and see what happens here. We don't have to bet every game, but this one does qualify. The over would be the play here between the Astros and the Athletics today. Marlins and Diamondbacks. We got Ryan Weathers versus Walston. The Diamondbacks cannot pitch worth a damn. I honestly like the over in this game as well. This is another one that qualified and ended up playing. The Diamondbacks are the number one offense in the MLB versus lefties, although they shit the bed their last either 3 or 4 games against left-handed pitchers. It cost me some coin on those. But Marlins are 5th in batting average in the last 8 days. Diamondbacks are 11th. These teams are run-wise are a little bit farther down here. They've not been able to play batters. The Marlins are 27th because these teams strike out, or the Marlins strike out a ton. The Diamondbacks don't. And Arizona is where are we at on here? Arizona. Damn, why can I not find Arizona on here? That's crazy. Anyway, I don't know where Arizona's at on here in terms of runs. I don't know why I can't find them right now. But anyway, I think there should be runs in this game. Arizona crushes left-handed pitching as long as the Marlins. Oh, they're 20th in runs. There we go. That's where they're hiding at. Striking out right now, the Marlins are actually got their strikeout numbers down a little bit. They're 25th in strikeouts in the last 8 games. So the Marlins have been able to not strike out that much lately. I think the over probably hits in this game. What do I think the best MLB game is to bet today? Either the Guardians or the Royals. Those are the 2 free plays I gave out on here. I got 2 more plays on SoBet. One's in the Giants game, one's in the Yankees game. I'm not going to drop those for free, though, but I think the best plays are those 2 plays right there. Get the underdog and get the favorite. Mavs before the line goes up. I don't know if the line will go back up. The Wolves will be the sharp side tonight. I think we got to take the Wolves early, like I was saying earlier. But yeah, Marlins, Diamondbacks, this game should go over here. Ryan Weathers should get smacked around a little bit, come back down to earth. Yankees and Padres, I did lean the over in this game, but the Padres offense is really slacking off. I do have a play in this game on the money line on my SoBet. I like this game quite a good bit, though. And then last one is the Cubs and the Cardinals. I was really close to playing this one. I still feel like I probably should have, but Javier Assad has been amazing. He's a 1.7 ERA. Sonny Gray's been great, too. The 2.87 ERA. The reason, so first of all, St. Louis, they are currently sitting, where's St. Louis at? Batting average wise, St. Louis is 3rd in the last 8 games, and the Cubs are dead last. Guys, the Cubs haven't even hit a home run in the last 8 games. They're hitting a .176. They actually scored some runs last night, but they have 15 runs in the last 8 games. They basically scored all those runs last night. The Cubs have been beyond piss poor. The Cardinals are 14th in runs. The thing is, though, I got to respect Javier Assad here. I'll go back to NBA here in a second. But I got to respect Javier Assad here in this game, so I'm going to lay off it. But the Cardinals should win this game. They're favored here for the right reasons. I mean, they're crushing the baseball. The Cubs offense is so bad right now. I can't even put it in words. So that would be my look there. The one thing I'd worry about is the Cubs bullpen is horrible. They might try to leave Assad in here longer than they should. But yeah, the Cardinals should win tonight in Sunday Night Baseball. I might circle back and play that one. We'll see how the day goes in the MLB. Like I said earlier, guys, in the stream, we'll talk about this MLB play. Am I posting them on Twitter? No, I'll post a free play video up with the free play in the NBA I'm about to give out right here, but I'm not going to post any more free plays in the NBA and the MLB. All my plays in the MLB, guys, just click that link in my bio on my Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok for SoBet, or go to SoBet.io and use my promo code TP3, $10 a month, 30 cents a day for all my picks. Actually, $9.95 a month, so it's not even $10. But oh, can I send you the SoBet link? Yes, I will, Christian, after I get off this stream. Just tweet at me. But anyway, guys, let's talk about the NBA game one more time here. Look, the play in this game, we're taking Minnesota in the first half in this game. Let me pull up the write-up on this game real quick for you guys. So Minnesota, teams like Minnesota, they're favored by 5.5 points last game. Teams that are favored by 4.5 or more, but lost outright are 9-3 ATS in the first half of the following game. Since 2016, and those teams are also 67, 42, and 3 against the spread all time in this spot. Minnesota, look, if you're down 2 games, if you lose 2 games in a row, I automatically take you first half the next game. You have to make adjustments. The adjustments will show the most in the first half here. Minnesota has to adjust and figure something out here in the first half of this game. I think that's the spot we want to play in. Minnesota's offense really struggled actually in the regular season. That was something I forgot about. They struggled in the fourth quarters in the regular season, and I think that comes back to haunt them once again today. So the play in this game tonight, guys, we're going to take the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first half early. They should get it done early for them. I could see Dallas honestly winning this game full game. It's hard, though, to think that Minnesota is going to get losing 4 or 5 games, but It's probably what's going to happen. How are we doing, Sports Addict Network? Guys, if you can, please hit the like button. Please hit the follow button as well if you haven't already. Also hit that follow button too on my guys, Sports Addicts Network. I don't know how to pin comments on here. I would. But yeah, guys, that's all we got for today's stream, for today's slate. Should be a great slate, guys. I usually go live on TikTok every single day, but I keep getting banned on TikTok. So we're just going to go live on here from now on, and I'm just going to dual stream. So if I get banned, I'll stay on here. I'm taking the spread in the first half. I think taking the spread in the first half is key, even if it's at 1, even if it's at half a point. Just think about it. Teams don't really care if they're tied or not at halftime. That doesn't really mean anything to a team. So I think having any point you can get is huge when you're betting first halves, rather than when you're betting full games. More so, you probably just be like, why would I take a +1 when you get plus 110 on the money line? Like, usually a team that's +1 in a game is even on the money line for a full game. That's why in the first half, Minnesota is plus 110 in the first half, because having that point of value is actually everything. I mean, you can still push a first half bet, rather than a full game bet, you won't push. So that's all we got, guys, for today's stream. I'll give you all a minute or two to ask any questions you want to in the chat. We've been popping off lately, guys. We've been on fire. Yesterday went 5-1 over on SoBet. It was a great day for us in the MLB and in the NBA. I was on the Pacers first half, and I was on the over. I was on the Guardians money line. I was on the Royals money line, the Giants money line, 2 underdogs cash for us. And then my one loser was the Yankees and the Padres to go over the total. Padres could not do a damn thing yesterday at the plate. All right, guys, that's all we got for today's stream. If y'all haven't hit that follow button yet, please hit that, and please hit the like button. We're going to start coming live on here every single day. Like I said, I'm trying to pump YouTube hard, so I appreciate everyone who came and tuned in today's stream, and I'll talk to y'all later.